Hello, people, and welcome to watch the first out of the two glorious incoming semi-finals of the second season of the Carcassonne Champions League. And this time we will be starting off with I'd say, the devil himself, Alexei Pekushev, who's going to be facing the Thai master, Ricky Chai, who's been doing very, very well as of late. He's been having a tremendous, let's say, increase in his talent and also in his success, and has already, especially in now in the CCL, made Thailand pretty, let's say, known all by himself for reaching the for reaching the semifinals, excuse me, and now with the chance to reach the grand finals as well. Though I can assure you that Alexei, who I'd say is still a pretty heavy favorite, is definitely maybe even more eager to get to the grand finals because he has a real opportunity to make a tremendous success story of specifically this year, having won the MSO Grand Prix of Carcassonne, having made not one but like kind of multiple world records regarding the BGA Elo points, and he now has the chance to get to the grand finals of the CCL, maybe perhaps even win the CCL. And then later this year, he will of course be attending the World Championships, where he will try to get his hands on the gold of that tournament as well, after having almost succeeded at that 2 years before, or 2 years ago, where he when he placed second, and he has also placed third in the World Championships um, some years back. So, let's see how Alexei will be dealing with this, I'd say, quite the pressure that he now has. I mean, after all, it is not some random 300 player that he's going to be playing against. It is, I'd say, definitely the top player of Thailand, with who is a very strong master himself, and he's going to have to really play his A game. Well, they both do. Pakshe maybe even A plus game if he wants to take Alexei down, as many have tried, and even the the only player, Rabbit Train, who has so far been, well, exactly like I said, the only player who has been able to take down Alexei during this year's CCL, and that was only in the qualifiers of the CCL. But in the actual tournament, no one has been able to get a match out of Alexei's hands. Not a single defeat. Not a single, well, match loss, I should say, to be more exact. And that is exactly the path that Alexei will undoubtedly want to continue. And based on his performance against Rabbit Train just a few days ago, he is in a fantastic strike. Now the game should be starting at any minute here, so I guess we'll just keep refreshing here until we actually get the players in. Seems like Pakshe is online but hasn't joined the table yet, so most likely we'll be getting to watch the action in a in a span of minutes or seconds. The other semi-final, which is gonna go down, is gonna be between someone you know, Vladimir Kovalev, the defending CCL champion, and the strong German Utse, who's also a very, very analytical player and likes to talk about strategy also in streams quite a lot. So not gonna be a walk in the park for either player, certainly the other semi-final either. City goes to Pakshe and Alexei left with a, let's say, a start for Loop Road, as well as a first monastery of the game. Gets to start his cities, and efficiently as he of course is directing the second city to the left or to the right. Could, I mean, both work, so that he can get an additional monastery point from this city, whoever decides to start it or complete it. Pakshe goes for a second road, and decides to stop Alexei from building this loop all for himself. Alexei gets the maximum use out of that city, out of the city cap, gets to get the 4 points plus the extra point on the monastery, so that's all nice and well. Pakshe, you know, something that I think it would be like kind of wild is to go over here and deny Alexei from stacking the 3 regular monasteries over here, but you know, it's still not something that I could really recommend, because the road monasteries are just as well in the deck. So I think we could just go probably here and create an alternative, create a platform to start blocking the monastery spot of Alexei, and of course blocking the monastery itself. So other than that, maybe not too much that Alexei can do here. He's gonna get 1 point, maybe even start a loop road, and I actually think it is exactly what he's going to do, because he can either just make the loop road, or he can then connect all the way to this perhaps shared road in the future, though I kind of doubt that he would do that, just because this road seems to take so much effort to like really complete or even put together in the first place. Pakshe, an attack on the city is, I think, in order, just because there are no other cities at the moment available, and what a not the best tile for Alexei. He was unfortunately not really able to use this as a road end, as would be, I think, the most common scenario, because there were no available road ends on the map, so he couldn't take free 2 points, and using it to his own road here or here would be kind of terrible, because he would then severely restrict his own road to a road plus city tile, and it could be easily restricted even further to a starting tile. Pakshe starting to attack in a bit of an unusual way, but a way which I do like. The normal attack, of course, is to go over here, but it does pose a significant issue because it would then create this wonderful monastery spot for Alexei to then finish his monastery with another monastery, and that would be just, I think, way too generous of a feature to give Alexei just, for free. So instead we do this other route, and we are trying to either just, get an extender or a troop divider and continue minding our own business, or then we just go with two Doritos like this and like this, city cap here, and then we finish this rather nice 5, 6, 7, 8, like 16 to 20 point city. A normal move from Pakshe starts restricting the monastery and has now successfully prevented the second monastery from being stacked on top of Alexei's previous one. So that's all nice and good there. Also prevented Alexei from being able to use this wonderful crossroad on his own road over here, and maybe even dropping a meeple over here, but I think that would be a bit extra, though that is something that Alexei is not afraid to do based on his previous games. Though with two meeples that would be, yeah, it's a pretty much an overkill because he already has two meeples on roads, and he would be needing so many curves like here and here and here and here actually. So I think definitely not something that Alexei would be willing to do in this specific situation. Welcome everyone to the stream, Mauricio, Polo, Utsi, and Guilherme. Might have even considered ending Red's road on the right instead of giving Pakshe a city attacking option. Ending Red's road on the right. Um, Not sure. Like what, on here or here instead of giving an attacking platform. Ah, with the triple city you're talking. Ah, yes, to go here. But then this other triple city wasn't there at that point, so I'm not convinced that that would have been at all that efficient of a move. I mean, just giving a rodent to your opponent is not really something that is often seen as an effective use of a tile. And also, I have to say, no, it's not something that I would have done either. Like, it's just so ugly to give rodents to your opponent. And I mean, this isn't a bad move at all, because you know we actually got something out of it. We got to connect to this 2-point city over here, and even if Pakshe connects from here, then he's gonna be forced to add to add a point to the monastery of yellow, and we would still have this other connection platform over on the left. So I mean, if this move would have been done with only one connection platform to the city, then it would be a different story. Then Pakshe, I think, would not be hesitant to actually, sacrifice 1 point to go here and get like a 10-point city for himself. But, the fact that it has two entry points, it makes all the difference. Pakshe starting a monastery of his own, and getting adding a road end indirectly to his road, also getting a platform to attack this city in the future if he so wishes to, and in the worst case just leech off of this square, which is now in the interest of Alexei to fill, not so much in Pakshe's, because a finished monastery nets less than a finished city of this size. Break the loop. Prepare a prepare blocked starting tile. Yeah, like I guess just talking about this. Yeah. Okay. Alexei, do we? I mean, we can take weak points, or we can just do like this. Finish our road, start a city. We can do this maybe. But I think that's a bit weak because there's still, the possibility of Pakshe going, you know, Dorito, the final extender. So I think this is just way better here. Also adds the road end to our not yet shared road. So we can maybe get a crossroad here and finish our own road whilst leaving our opponent with an unfinished one. Pakshe placed it on the right. I guess he need to be more verbose. I don't actually know what the word verbose means. You'll have to enlighten me on that. Okay, Pakshe attacks the 1 point city, is really refusing to let Alexei have any city features, or let's say any easy city features of his own. Now, I actually don't think that we want to restrict our road by ourselves as Pakshe. I think we want to like maybe go like here first or block this square before we do anything here, unless it comes with the triple city with a road, which there is only one remaining. So it this square might be troublesome for Pakshe, and I think what's gonna happen is Alexei is gonna start like hunting triangles, go here, then go here, and just patiently wait and see what happens to this square. Either it gets blocked or it's going to, get finished with a road triangle by Alexei. And Alexei also gets the final triple city with a road, so maybe we are interested in going over here. Just add 2 points to our city. Or maybe we go here, be a bit safer with our city. Because we can't really take weak points from anywhere. Well, okay, we can take weak points from here, but that wouldn't be really strong because it creates then, issues with our future city building, and we would kind of lose this threat of possibly being able to complete this city. Yeah, so he just decides to add the 2 points to his city like this, which is an okay decision. He has also dropped a farmer on the field, which is at the moment only worth 3 points, but it has quite a lot of potential. We can go the curve here, expand to 6, then we have a city cap here, an unfinished city of Pakshe here, so that's 12. We have a tube divider here, that's 15. Maybe we can complete this city, 18 points. I mean, I can definitely see this field being 18 points. I mean, it's gotta be a worthwhile city, a worthwhile field to drop a farmer on at this early stage. And we also have all these green squares over here, some of which are going to be taken away by Pakshe, probably by going over here. Though there are still all 3 daggers remaining, So we could also consider doing something like this and take away this city cap, start building around this square, maybe eventually block this square and be left in a winning mini battle like he now does. And so the plan of Pakshe is to indeed go with like a quad city here in the most ideal case, then like, I don't know, a road piece here, or, triangle, triangle, block this square. So now, does Alexei want to just take the points off of this, which I think is the safer move, and which is exactly what he does, whilst in the meanwhile, Pakshe takes back his 6-point city here. And now we should already look at this. It's a 9-point field with still this city perhaps to come for 12 points. And 12 points for a one meeple, certainly something that you can justify. Writing more complete sentences, mentioning the tiles explicitly, so you can um, so you can get it if you read the comment several moves later. Okay, I see. The straight as loop breaker would have been definitely a nice touch and would have prevented the development that took place on the left. For Alexei, yeah, with this. As the loop breaker, I mean like as in here, here, but this was Alex's tile, so it's definitely not here. I mean, he could have also considered just doing a normal move, go over here and like indirectly extend his road, and to be honest, I'm not sure why he saw the effort of going over here, because there were still all three daggers remaining, and actually not that great odds of ending up with blocking this meeple of Pakshe. There comes the block of the city, so now it is a winning mini battle of 8 points to 5 against this road, and also Pakshe is now the one who needs to place something on this square if he ever wants to get his monastery back. And as I see it, Alexei is definitely on a driver's seat in this game at the moment. I was also thinking about dividing the city, leaving the red castle with open spots to attack. Leaving with the red city with open spots to attack. Yeah, something like red city like this. So yeah, going with a divider over here, I assume, and then leaving this spot and this spot open for Pakshe's city, so that we can then, make use of that later. I mean, it's a decent option, Polo. I mean, it's something that is certainly worth pondering on. But given the current lead of Alexei and his more prominent the more prominent, I'd say even status on this board, is a big enough compensation that he can live without having two meeples in hand at the moment, especially having the field in his control. And the early straight by Pakshe he could have placed where Alexei's butterfly now is. This, yeah, So it was like this straight that Pakshe placed for actually a pretty unknown reason. I mean, probably wanted to just simply try and make a blocking platform against this square over here, but you know, going over here with a straight, not a bad idea actually, not a bad idea. It would definitely break the loop, which would be really annoying for Alexei. Yeah, and then we could actually even go with a crossroad here ourselves. And yeah, not a bad move actually at all, I would say. So maybe some lost value for Pakshe. I mean, this arguably is, really, really fractional value, really, really marginal value for the straight road. Welcome, Ian. Okay, we are now trying to block the monastery, justifiably so, because this city is already blocked. So, and we already hold one meeple, and so if we are able to hold two meeples with everything here blocked, then certainly it would serve wonders for the field of Alexei, because then he would be having much easier time making sure that he is gonna be winning it. So the question for Pakshe is, do you go over here, which I think he should definitely do, and he does. Let's say 1, 2, 3. So there are two triangles. Unfortunately, both of them come with a shield, so that's a -1 point that he has to make upon liberating this monastery, if he ever intends to do so. Or he can, also find a triple city. But the issue with that is the fact that it will then give Alexei a platform to continue his ruin over here. Pakshe was also contemplating on meepling this city, but decided to not do it, and I can see why, because it can be easily restricted on the right, and it was already restricted at the top a little bit. Also, it would kind of be a little uncomfortable if he would then like find a triple city, or even the Dorito, and have to go here to take out his monastery, but then he would have his own city kind of vulnerable to potential blocks. Pakshe, I mean, here would be kind of a more of an obvious move, prevent this one city being added to the field, maybe add some potential loop stealing ideas, maybe block this one off. This actually achieves quite a lot this tile, though I think Alexei is certainly gonna be going here. He's gonna save this square, and he's gonna try and connect to the 8-point road himself, because he then has quite a lot of tiles actually to get meeples back. He can get a meeple back from here with a city cap, here with a road triangle. Okay, or he would be able to get a meeple back here with a curvy tile. Decides not to go for this for the road steal though. Instead, simply saves the square and takes 2 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, still 6 curved tiles, but some of those tiles, I think, well, three of those tiles would actually be the road triangles that he needs elsewhere anyway, and again, given his um, plentiful position in this game, there is no need for him to risk being left without any meeples in case he gets, a bad tile draw there. Pakshe going for the block, but is he going to be able to block entirely? I mean, he will be able to block somewhat, but there is still one dagger remaining, and it hurts his own city as well. The only real tile he would be able to fully block is a road Dorito, like kind of sucking this city into the ruin of into the previous ruin of Alexei. But then it would still hurt Pakshe's city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and with multiple crossroads remaining, well, he's gonna do it. And it seems that this decision has paid off, as Alexei, I would say, without a doubt, would have been going over here, take 3 points, like align the city cap to the right to indirectly finish his city with a Dorito and block the monastery and cause harm to the city of Pakshe. So much would have been able to be achieved with Alexei's butterfly tile. Well, many names for this tile with butterfly, just simplicity crossroad, a barbed wire, as Alexei I think used to call it, but I think he has kind of shifted between many names. You know, um, butterfly, umbrella, barbed wire. I mean, people come up with some interesting names for the tiles, and they kind of keep shifting. Hello, Napalm. Pakshe actually used the straight on the right to extend his road from 2 to 3 points, so marginal value, but just at another place. This road. I see. Okay. Well, any case, potato. All curves are gone. All are they? All regular curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they are. So only daggers and road Doritos remaining. Pakshe dropping an anticipation farmer and looking to actually get this 5-point road himself. Meanwhile, Alexei actually dropping his farmer in perhaps a precarious spot to be able to connect to this field, because like Utse said, there are no regular curves, but there's a road monastery, so I guess this spot cannot actually be blocked entirely, because there is still one field Dorito. There was this, and there is one monastery. So actually, Alexei has only 2 tiles to connect, actually. The field Dorito and the monastery, and no other tiles. But maybe he doesn't need other tiles. Maybe he can just, keep this as a 9-point field too. I mean, 9 points is still, again, justified use for a meeple. And Pakshe looking to make extra scoring potential for himself. Actually foregoes these 4 points, which I'm not sure he can afford. Alexei taking away the scoring opportunity, which Pakshe was looking to make, specifically actually with the one remaining dagger. And now Pakshe gets the road Dorito, and he has the chance to connect to the field, which is worth 12 points, but he would have to give a point. He would have to get a meeple. He would have to give a meeple back to Alexei, which, and it's only actually worth 2 points. Not even that, because it creates the city to the field of Alexei, even without this connection. But he does decide to do it because Pakshe knows that he's gonna have to come up with something big here. Alexei gonna be stacking up points most likely. Equal on the scoreboard, equal on the field for now, equal on the road, equal on the city, +9 for this field for Alexei, +10, 13, and 21, 13, 8. So actually +8 for Alexei, 4-1 meeple. He goes to +12 with this, and Pakshe is gonna have to, first of all, probably either pray that he can get the road monastery and kind of steal this 15 points, wait, 1 2 3 4 5, this 18-point field now, which would actually put him in the lead even if Alexei takes the 4 points here, because then Alexei would be at +16, and then with the connection Pakshe would actually go into +2, and then Alexei would be the one in a minor deficit. But then when Alexei takes this, then there's also going to be a potential 9-point field waiting for whichever player. Though are there tiles to go here? Let's see what the final tiles are. I think there's one more road Dorito. Then there's the road monastery. Then the quad city is there, which is horrible for either player. Even worse for Pakshe at the moment, because he is the one behind. So I think, okay, so road Dorito, a quad city, a road monastery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the final dagger of any kind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is a triple city with a field. Pakshe actually probably has to take this field now, because he's gonna need the road monster to go over here, I think. Or are there other tiles to go there? 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, there is a regular crossroad, but Pakshe takes this one now. He hopes to get, in the best case scenario, the the road monastery, and then this crossroad, and Alexei gets arguably the worst tile for him, because it takes away one of the useless tiles for Pakshe. Another useless tile for Pakshe is now the triple city with a field, and Alexei can't even make a blocking platform with this tile. This is a horrible tile for Alexei. A horrible, horrible tile. Okay, road monastery, field crossroad, and then some tile. Pakshe gets the useless tile. He can still go here with it to deny Alexei the 6-point field. Okay, Pakshe is forced to actually get this. So does Alexei actually have to go here and double down on the farmers? I think he might have to do that. Because Pakshe is gonna connect. He is +4. Oh no no wait. No wait, +6. So this is not gonna be enough for Alexei. But he's hoping the road monastery anyway. So actually he can take this. He can actually take this ruin. Oh no, of course. Of course. He goes here and guarantees himself the connection on this 3-point farmer. So now Pakshe has to go here. Yeah. Yeah, this was 1,000% greater. And this is also why Alexei placed the quad city over here, because with the one more or less useless tile, well, well, in this scenario, not useless anymore, but with any of the 3 tiles, he can then make something good. I think because with the triangle he can make this like unblockable connection with the with this monastery. He can simply connect himself to the field, and with this, I mean, I guess even taking quick points would be enough. Maybe. Wait, 3 plus. Oh, it definitely wouldn't be enough actually. Uh, oh, but it would still be good because if he gets this one, then he can simply go over here and drop a farmer on the 0-point field. Because then the only tile for Pakshe to connect, of course, is the Road Monastery, and then it would also connect the meeple of Alexei. So that's only like a 3-point sacrifice, or would be for Alexei for 102, and it would guarantee the win for him in every scenario. So actually, this is some wonderful stuff because Alexei guaranteed himself. Yeah, Alexei was actually guaranteed to win after this move by Pakshe. And when we think about that, now actually for Pakshe, maybe we don't do this. We do this. We go here and we prevent the connection platform to the 3-point field for Alexei. Now, is there an idea? Because then it will actually render this field triangle more or less useless. I mean, Alexei would then only be able to I guess rely on a 50-50 for this connection, and might even double down on. And actually, he doesn't have to double down, but like he would just be able to take simply a 6-point ruin or this 6-point field, and then he wouldn't have a guaranteed connection. So I think as Pakshe, we made a mistake over here, contrary to what I said earlier, because I thought it was a good move. It was a more intuitive one, but I didn't really think about it all the way. So I think this was definitely actually a mistake. We should have gone over here. And yeah, that would have actually given us a winning chance, no? Because then if Alexei gets this, then he can't really go here. Because then, if he does go here, then Pakshe can simply get the. No, wait. No, wait. No, yeah. So Alexei actually can't go here um, to get 100% win, because then we can simply get the field crossroad and connect, and Alexei will wait. Shit. But then Alexei gets this. Is it still 100% win? Even if we go here as Pakshe, Alexei still drops a farmer here, and then either connects here if Pakshe gets. Wow. Yeah, actually, you know what? This might have been 100% win for Alexei at this, like the second Alexei got the quad city, or the placed the quad city, and Pakshe got the triple city. So like with a different tile draw after this quad city, then Pakshe still has a winning chance. But when Pakshe gets this, he's lost. He's totally lost, I think. I'm pretty sure. Okay, sorry about that. Uh, I'm also pretty sure that the break of these players is over. so, so let's not get too caught up. Yeah, sometimes I have to be reminded of not to, get caught up with all this blabbering. Yeah, I also missed the chats here, so maybe we can like skim through the chat a bit here whilst the players are making these early moves. Road Dorito to block would be perfect for Pakshe to keep his monastery alive. So that was referring to the city of Alexei, uniting all, you know, cities of Alexei. I'd like rose for the butterfly, beautiful in most cases, but sometimes pretty thorny. So another potential name for the city crossroad. All in on the Dorito with road. Pakshe could limit Alexei's field attack to 50-50. With a vanilla. Why am I drawing on the chat? You can't see the chat. Pakshe can take over the main field. Yeah, but Pakshe needs the road tiles at the bottom, so creating the 9-point field at the top isn't really that bad for Alexei. That is exactly the case. Don't know if it's worth Pakshe close that city and connecting his meeple to the field. Mm, yeah, regarding the road Dorito when he closed the shared city, I think it was still the correct decision because the field of Alexei was like 12 points and potentially it could grow even larger than that. So like that 9-point unification move, I mean it's still 9 points like straight up for the field, and we are trusting that we are actually going to be able to at least tie it, but most likely we had to win it, and that doesn't really come into fruition if we don't use any um, connection tiles on it. Still not sure closing that castle to join the road was good. He gave a precious meeple to Alexei, enlarging his field on the bottom. Very precise endgame, which goes to show you can even use useless tiles. Goes to show you even useless tiles are most often not useless if you just know how to use them. That would be A correct analysis. Definitely not useless tiles when you know the tile distribution and when you have that great board of vision. 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 Okay. Um, Alexa seems to be going ham with all the shielded tiles in the world here. Pakshe stacking monastery after monastery, but not able to really do anything to this city, which is gonna be really uncomfortable for him. He would love to have like a quad city here, or even a triple city. Maybe even a simple Dorito at this point to direct this city to the right, and at least like delay the demise. And which reminds me that we should um, add the score. So Alexei leads 1-0. Pakshe still not able to get any big city tiles or anything to attack this city with. Do we go here? 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 Where do we go with this? It's actually pretty. It's actually not that certain. I mean, actually, we don't go here because Alexei went with the second road meeple here. Although this connection is pretty difficult to make for Alexei because he needs to do this with like a road plus city tile, or he needs to at least close his city before he makes this connection so that his city does not come under attack. But then when he finishes the city, he then provides the blocking platform on this road connection. But then again, it's a rather longish road, and Pakshe restricts himself to more road tiles over here, which is not bad in itself. I mean, he has the monastery spots here if he needs it. Road triangle could be used on below road and connect the same way. Meeple on the other side of the Meeple on other side of road or off road with Dorito also worked. I'd go nuts if I were Pakshe here, getting nothing to harm that city where moves on end. Yeah, it was pretty frustrating for Pakshe to watch, arguably so. And this aftermath game here from Alexei really giving nothing to Pakshe here either. I mean, Alexei even got like this connection immediately after, and Pakshe did not get a blocking tile. Interesting early farmer from Alexei. 3 points and not an ensured continuation of the field on this lower side with the countless amounts of green squares. Does Pakshe go over here? It's it's not really a great tile for Pakshe. We could maybe go over here, but then it kind of risks our monasteries a little bit. But that's sort of fine because there are still 3 starting tiles, a road monastery. I mean, we have plenty of other, road tiles in general, and we could potentially restrict this city to the final remaining um, dagger, but are unsuccessful at it, which just further increases the unfortunate situation, or the at least the unfortunate early game of Pakshe here. Really not great stuff for the Thai player to be in. Maybe use cow to create road attacking platform. Also actually not the worst idea to go over here and then hope for a city plus road tile and to try and connect to the road with a second meeple. Not a bad idea. But it is now done. Pakshe went for the blocking opportunity as he saw its potential. And well, he does go for the potential road attack now, but also potentially brings in more cities to Alexei's field. And now, would you look at this tile? This is really not what the doctor ordered. I mean, I think Pakshe would have loved to go here to kind of shut off this southern part of this field, but he needs to get something here first. And this tile will do that. So this is the tile that Pakshe arguably wants now. Well, arguably he wants the triple city with a road, which would be even better. But his intention was to attack this road, and he can now do that. And I don't think Pakshe is gonna do something like this to simply like try and be up a meeple, because uh, this meeple of Pakshe is now at the moment scoring nothing, and this would be restricted to 1 point. Alexei could make a ruin over here. Alexei wouldn't even need to, place anything here. He can just, again, chill out. He has 26-0 on the board with a kind of a stronghold on the field. Like, Alexei is doing fantastically here. And this is going to further, unfortunately, make issues for Pakshe, as Alexei is able to immediately get a crossroad anyway, something that Pakshe seemingly knew Alexei had in hand, so didn't go for the connection. And Pakshe gonna be having a lot of faith on the monasteries, and he seemingly does have a lot of faith, and a monastery it is. But it is going to be the final meeple of Pakshe, and Alexei with 34-0 on the board, and is now guaranteed to be more or less the owner of a rather huge field if Pakshe is left without any meeples for a longer period of time. Because, you got to take into account that, at the moment, we really should actually count Alexei having already 2 meeples on this field. We really should. Okay, well, we get the city back, so that's good. Unfortunately for Pakshe, we are gonna be the ones who have to place the curve here ourselves, which will not be that great for us because we are going to be the ones who will enlarge the field more or less unwillingly. Also, what's Pakshe looking to place over here? There is two extenders, there is a tube divider, and there is one triple city with a field. Well, maybe he doesn't even need to place anything here. Maybe. He's gonna do it with like I think with an extender without a shield to get this meeple back, and in the future this meeple also, or maybe with this maybe with this as well. I mean, he gets the meeple back and he gets 4 points. And now that the monasteries are very close to be completed, he is catching up on the scoreboard quite nicely. Though I'd have to argue that Pakshe will have to have placed at least one farmer over on the southern side before he gets the curve to go here with. And I would argue that this triple city has to go here. And we kind of have to try and block off this one farmer of Alexei from reaching this lower side, so that Alexei will be left with a 6-point farmer, and we won't have to fight against two initial farmers over on the actual big part of the field. So I think this is a great chance for Pakshe to try and do that, and he does go for it. And Alexei has certainly taken notes, but he can't do anything to that. Now we go here and we protect this square a little bit more. Because we are gonna need this monastery meeple back for sure. Yep, we go there. Alexei is gonna go over here. Because, he knows what's happening. Oh. Okay. Okay, I mean, this is also fine. He's gonna take care of the field control, drops a third farmer, and he's gonna be the first one on the field, and he can now actually put the curve here on like by himself and get these two road meeples back. Doesn't really matter that he gives three meeples to Pakshe, or does it? Now that Pakshe starts attacking the field, because he knows that this is gonna be a really big feature, it's gonna be at least 7 cities, so at least 21 points. It's gonna be interesting to see how this develops. We can now get a meeple back here, which is great. We are gonna need to get this meeple back, and we are gonna have to actually even drop another farmer, potentially before this connection is made. I don't think we go here yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, there are still 3 curves. But I think it's still fine to go here first. And then, we drop a farmer here. And we connect on the 15-point field. And we let Alexei be the one who places the curve here and releases all these meeples and brings some more use for his 6-point farmer. Though now it's kind of tempting to get 3 meeples. But, a 2-1 majority is better than 5-3, which would be the case if Pakshe now goes over here. And like, it's also negative points as of right now for Pakshe. If he goes here, 16 points, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's +6 on the monasteries versus this. 6 and 6. He's -11 though, if we get this field equalized. I mean, it's still not a great position at all, to be honest. It's not great. It's actually really annoying. Pakshe needs his city and pretty fast. Please, that was a while ago talking about this city, which he did. Would it be worth for Alexei to direct Pakshe's city with Dorito to block the monastery spot? As in like earlier over here. Could be, because then it would also create this platform of being able to go here with a field crossroad, which there were still, I think, all 4 remaining even. So it would certainly be enticing, but it's again the question of, do you want to give just 2 points to your opponent? Okay, so Pakshe decided to go for the connection, which yeah, it's now it's gonna be really difficult for Pakshe. Like, he has the meeple advantage, but like we kind of have to immediately take away 2 meeples from this, because those are at least 4 meeples are gonna go to the field from Pakshe, and then he's still -6 points. So, and he has to actually use the tiles to get to the field, like 1 tile here. Then he's gonna have to actually get at least 4 more tiles to get 2 additional meeples, and there aren't actually that many great places to try and get to the field. And Alexei is now bringing in his 6-point farmer. We do our best and we try to get in as many meeples as possible. Alexei, I want to say he's gonna go over here and drop a farmer, because for Alexei it's probably gonna be enough that he ties this field. So if he just takes away the potential attacking spots to the field from his opponent, then I think he's doing pretty well. Like, he can now get to the field with a monastery, or like from here with a curve plus another curvy tile or a crossroad or something like that. So Pakshe is definitely going to be taking these 6 points, because he needs to catch up on the scoreboard as well, and then he can actually worry about the field afterwards. Like, he's gonna need to catch up with this. Or if his plan is to simply take over the field entirely, like outright with, like, I don't know, 6-5 majority, I mean, that would also work, but it's pretty dang difficult to do when with so few field attacking spots. Alexei taking the points and also taking away another tile from Pakshe to connect his meeple. And Those tiles are running pretty low actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there are still some tiles, like 2 monasteries, some city tiles here. I think 1 curve even. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 1 curve. So maybe Pakshe. Oh, oh, yeah, this is a great spot actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with multiple crossroads still remaining. Well, arguably those crossroads could also work against Pakshe, but you know, he is definitely the player who needs to take the risks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also a lot of straight roads. This curve is not exactly what he wanted. Like he would want to get this connection done as soon as possible, but he can go here now, right? Or maybe he just goes here first. Also something that he could potentially do, I think. Or here, try to unify himself to the 6-point field first, and then get the 9 points for the monastery maybe later. But like he needs 1, 2, 3, this like 4. I mean, he needs so many tiles. And like if this connection fails, man, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be so brutal. So he better hope that Alexei doesn't have a crossroad in hand. The 2 points from the Dorito would have eliminated potential 9 points from the monastery. Also, there were less vanilla caps than crossroads in the deck at the time. Yeah, that is a valid point. That is a valid point. Okay, goes for the additional field attack, which I have to say I like it. I like it. So look at this. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 unconnected uh, field meeples versus 1, 2, well, versus 3 unconnected field meeples. This is pretty insane, actually, when you think about it. I mean, rarely do you see players attacking from so many spots to the main field without having actually the connected meeples on the field. Okay, we get the straight road. So that's 1 down, just in time as Alexei was preparing to block. And Alexei actually gets one of the probably many not so useful tiles. Well, or not so useful tiles in the sense of being able to connect himself to the field, because there are still like 2 straight roads, like, right? Or 5, 6, 7, 1 straight road. There are some crossroads. There is still the 2 monasteries. Wait, can Pakshe go here with a meeple? Are there still vanillas? 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2. Ah, there's the 5. Okay, so he can't go here. Well, he can go here and protect his connection still with the one remaining field Dorito. No, there is still 1 remaining field Dorito, so he can try and save this connection, or he can just simply go here. Maybe he could go even here, drop even another farmer. Oh, okay. Okay, goes for the road monastery play. I like it. But wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But Alexei can go over here. Well, of course, this is actually way better. Yeah, of course. Bring your farmer to the field and actually block off this or this, because now Pakshe needs the road monastery like in both places. And with 1, 2, 3, let's say this connects 4 and then 5. But Pakshe needs the field Dorito, the field Dorito and the road monastery. And I don't think it's, yeah, with this connection, I is it possible for Pakshe to win this? Well, not anymore, as unfortunately Pakshe gets yeeted out of the field with the dagger, and Alexei will be winning this field outright. A monastery, a road monastery, and I think maybe a straight road still remaining. Oh, a starting town. Okay, so 2 monasteries remaining, so Alexei will get the connection over here for 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pakshe gets the road monastery, but it was not enough, as Alexei has all of his 5 meeples on the field. Was able to be the first one on the field and to keep the field for himself all the way through. I don't think he was losing the field at any given point of the game. So yeah, pretty stellar job from Alexei here. As we are accustomed to see, did decide to, risk these 4 points here and be the first one on the main field, going with a third farmer before Pakshe had even a single one there, because Alexei knew that his lead on the scoreboard, with the help of the road, with the help of especially this early city, and with the help of some of these smaller cities here, was enough to keep Pakshe behind, even though he managed to actually complete all 4 monasteries in a nice tight pact. Still not enough to actually win the game, as Pakshe not able to get enough farmers onto the field quickly. Would have probably done it even with the shielded tile that Alexei drew first. Talking about the Dorito move on Pakshe's city still. I'd hope they somehow close the city on the left. I've never seen a 7-7 farmer field. Yeah, not in base game for myself. Yeah, I have to say that I've only seen that happening like with expansions when uh, when I played like an 8 versus 8 farmer field. But not in base game. That's really just some extraordinary extraordinary stuff to see. Just attack in all possible fronts. Yeah, that was essentially what this game was all about, because Pakshe was not able to catch up in points enough, and at any point take the actual lead in the scoreboard. So he was just forced to go for the field like all in. Okay, the players are ready for the third game. Pakshe now needs to win all 3 games to get to the grand final. Alexei only one, and certainly this is. I don't want to say, I don't want to say that this is going in the way that we or at least I expected it to, but it is. It is 2-0, and Pakshe is in a very much danger zone of getting annihilated and dropped out of the competition. Okay, 2 points for both players, some rogue points, and Pakshe, first decision of the game. Do you go over here, just not meeple anything, or do you break the city of Alexei, which I think is what he will end up doing? I think it looks a bit more enticing under this scenario here with the shield. Like maybe without the shield, he might even go for. I think this is. Oh, I mean, I think like Pakshe's idea is like kind of the correct one, but when you start to break the city, I think you don't really want to break it towards a road end, because then something like this could happen. There is just some additional extra value that your opponent can take with the road end when you start breaking the city. So like I think this was somewhat more accurate move, even though this platform then would then form a like a better blocking platform, because you can go here, you can try and block into a starting tile straight away, but it's really easy to also make a ruin out of a city like this shape with just 2 triple cities in it. Like even if it gets restricted to a starting tile, Alexei wouldn't possibly even care. He could still just simply start adding triangles or quad cities, triple cities, like all kinds of tiles to his uh, to his potential ruin here, and not even care about the block. So I think for those reasons, I think this is a minor mistake from Pakshe here. Gets to make a potential block on the road of Alexei. Now Pakshe really looking to get a curve here, but not just yet. First we go, I think, here, or actually no, I think we go here. We don't need to risk, for the sake of 1 extra point. We can get the extra point anyway. And we need the curve here first anyway, so the fact that we would make an indirect loop for ourselves is not really important. We just go here and we take the monastery, take the meeple back from the road, and it's all good. It's all good. And we have another monastery spot over here. Like all is well under the sky. All is well. Yes, we go here. Alexei looking desperately to get a curve or a crossroad, and a curve he gets. Unfortunately for Pakshe, his own curve tile does not get there in time. Now it is still possible to block, maybe. Well, not at the moment, because there are still all kinds of crossroads in the game, but maybe later we will find a way to restrict that. into a full block. Pakshe now with a bit of an uncomfortable tile. Probably we just go here with the curve pointing down and go with a Dorito over here, start a new city, create a platform for either an attack or a block over here. Like we don't really do this because it's kind of doesn't work well with our previous city, and we would be giving points to Alexei's monastery. It's just not great. Alexei could either go here, start a new city, or maybe he just wants to, already kind of break his own city and start making the ruin. But then if he goes here, then Pakshe will have a great platform over here to make like a double threat of limiting this square more, as well as starting to restrict this square to a dagger. So I think I would be a bit on, like, I think I would be leaning a bit more towards just breaking the city of Alexei himself. Something that Pakshe I think is gonna do, because that's exactly why he created this platform for. But this would also be not a bad move at all. It creates the double threat that we were talking about. And Alexei, oh, what a terrible tile for Pakshe, as he's not able to save himself. But neither is Alexei able to block. The bad thing here for Pakshe is that I think we gotta go here. Yeah. I think the bad thing for Pakshe there was that even a city tile with a field was not really great for him, as he would have to self-block his monastery. But it would be the cost that would have to be paid. Probably we go over here as Pakshe. Or maybe we go over here, start a new city. Not the worst idea. Start building pressure on this square and like not give a point to Alexei's monastery without guarantees that we get this meeple back, because Alexei can still attack it and Pakshe goes for it, which is nice. Meanwhile, Alexei gets the dagger and is now threatening to actually finish a rather large city of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like of 20 points or even more with just 2 Doritos. Or really, I think he might even use city caps here, because just to be able to take away this threats of attack from Pakshe. Though he might bank on the fact that Pakshe also needs the same type of tiles over here. But Alexei decides to restrict the attacking square to starting tiles, which is also actually works really well, because this city can be restricted to the triple city with the road, which no longer exists. All 3 of them are gone. So not only does this protect the attacking square, it also gives a complete potential of a block to this city. And maybe we could even go... Ooh, okay. Makes a self block of his monastery at 1 point. Not entirely sure that was the best thing to do. I mean, because you now don't have the monastery place to actually go for, and like if Pakshe wants to like take this monastery as a casualty with these two meeples, then he's gonna block it himself. He's gonna add the point himself. I don't think there was a need to self block here because like none of this is blocked and it's still controlling multiple features of your opponent. Bit of a miss here from Alexei, I think, but I'll bite a very small one. Ooh. Okay, Pakshe not going for the just a simple quick and grab, just a simple get 4 points and attack the city, create a blocking platform, but goes for the more let's say more hungry way of attacking the city directly and now actually providing a bit of a dilemma for Alexei if he happens to get a triangle because he has seen these situations occur before. He has seen them occur before and he was in the mindset of just simply giving away these points for a shared feature. Now a massive threat as Pakshe gets the triple city he was looking for. Also gets to save his monastery. Well, actually not the monastery anymore, but gets to save his city from the lower side and builds a nice looking road for himself. Alexei, I have to say he's gonna go over here. He has to go over here, and Pakshe can't do anything about it, which is not really great for him. Think he's gonna just simply add a couple of points over here, or maybe here. I think this would actually be slightly better because it's simply closer to completion this city. And Pakshe just has to hope that Alexei doesn't get any city tiles here to prevent this attack. That's, I think, the way we have to go. Another Heim moment. Yeah, that is exactly uh, the um, the moment between in a game between me and me got no skill, which ended up going really south for me. Tomorrow, let's create a huge ruin. I could attack if need be. Yeah, regarding this potential ruin starting in the beginning here. Ooh, this is quite interesting decision from Pakshe. Do I agree with it? It it is really interesting. Yeah, because now it actually has a lot of merits here. Because now if Alexei attacks, we can first of all uh, either easily attack this city, or we can also try blocking it straight away if we get like a straight road. It's not going to be a guaranteed block, but it's going to be a severe restriction on a very dangerous looking city. It's also going to get a restriction going on over here with only one dagger remaining, and now Alexei has to decide between this move and this move. And he only has one meeple to spare, and he self-blocks himself over here. He has a meeple on the field. If he attacks this city, he only has 2 tiles to retrieve these meeples. This gets restricted to a dagger. This is not the tile Pakshe was looking for, but it's still gonna give him like great stuff. Actually, I think he's gonna go over here with before this connection, because he doesn't really want to use this meeple on a road which can be still blocked, even though it would be more points. Yeah, this is exactly what we're talking about, because Alexei could have been able to go over here and just simply block this city. So Alexei also gets a rather bad tile actually. Can't do anything here, can't do anything here, can't do anything even here. Arguably one of the worst tiles that Alexei could get at the moment. He really does nothing with this. Brilliant move or a blunder? I I don't see it as a blunder. No, I mean, yeah, I definitely don't see it as a blunder. I think it's a pretty valiant move, to be honest. Alexis Farmer looking so bad. Yeah, I would argue that there wasn't all that much potential in this field, but that was, I think before the divider here. Okay, Alexei limits himself to the starting tiles. So, 2 starting tiles to get this massive, massive city. Pakshe has to block now, and he does. Alexei is going to go up here, and Pakshe doesn't do much with this tile, honestly. Maybe, I don't even know what we're going to do. Maybe we go here, and then we go with like a straight road here at some point to deny these 3 points here from joining to Alexei's field. Yeah, not a whole lot of things, other things going on with this monastery. I mean, we can't really meeple that. There are like just not any good spots available for us. It's going to be really imperative for us to be able to block this city, because Alexei's game is pretty adamant on relying on that, or is it? I mean, I think he could still do somewhat okay if he just hits the 50-50 early. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, surely Pakshe sees this, but I think what Pakshe is he's really, really looking forward to getting a city cap first and using these 4 points or a crossroad and getting these 3 points. And he wants to take points and create this platform with tempo, but it's gonna potentially come with a big price, as he is delaying the completion, or he's delaying the creation of the blocking platform. And it might cost him. Ow, this hurts Pakshe's chances a lot. Alexei gets the dagger, and Pakshe not getting like really any tiles here. I mean, this still has to be dealt with. Alexei has, a an additional monastery. He has this larger ruin, and he has, even the 1 point small lead on the board. So +1, +6, +4, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, plus 10 for Alexei, and yeah, it's gonna be actually rather difficult for Pakshe to catch up on the scoreboard, even if he were to successfully block this square and deny the city completion for Alexei. But like if Alexei gets the city completed, I mean Pakshe is done. He's done. He's annihilated. He's destroyed with 3 owed. He absolutely cannot afford to let Alexei make that happen. Pakshe trying to still keep his chances alive of completing this city. He still has a like a dagger here, and the starting tiles here, also a city crossroad. Goes for the points anyway. Doesn't want to bank his game on finishing of potentially finishing this city, if at all. Alexei, I mean, this restriction isn't actually good at all. So Pakshe is going to be able to take these 4 points as well. But he is not getting the tiles to go for the blocking platform, and the less tiles there are, the bigger chance there is that Alexei gets his starting tile and puts this game in the bag. Now we have to create this platform. We have no time. Alexei not able to defend. Or do we get a tile to block this? We get the starting tile, which is kind of good. It limits Alexei's chances to 50-50. We have also gotten we have also catched up quite nicely on the scoreboard, so we could potentially even take these 4 points and leave the game to a 50-50 of getting the other starting tile, or even like a curve to finalize the block. And then because we have the extra meeple, maybe we can actually overcome the rest of the scoreboard, the rest of the point lead that Alexei, that Alexei has. We can still get like some extra points here, because like this extra meeple is going to help us a lot if we are able to ensure that Alexei does not finish the huge city. What blocks other than a curve? I mean, I'm not even sure if there are any. Maybe, I mean, there is this one dagger, but then the dagger, we would like to use for scoring anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, there's one simple curve. Yeah, there would be 2 blocking tiles to go here. Wow. Go for this. For the sake of Alexei not being able to get a second meeple, I think I actually like this. Or do I? Actually, I'm not sure if I like this. No, I think I do, because then otherwise Alexei could go here with, I think, even a field Dorito. I think there are still remaining. Yeah, field Doritos even remain. Which would be a really good tile for Alexei, because then he could go here, get a meeple back, and not risk much at all of Pakshe finishing the city. And even if Pakshe would, then it would be on Alexei's field, and so Pakshe wouldn't even be able to drop a farmer on his final moves. And like a second meeple for Alexei would definitely be very well received. Pakshe, not a blocking tile, but he can go here Or just, 6 points, which is wonderful. Okay, that's fine also. Alexei with a Dorito. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go over here. Yeah, for the second meeple. Because he's gonna need that if he doesn't get the starting tile. Pakshe does get a Roadblock City tile, but it's not the kind that he really wanted to have. He would really, really want to see that starting tile to alleviate the pressure. Now he can take 3 points. He can take this road, maybe. He can go over here. Maybe even take this road and hope for just quick point tiles. He's +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alexei is +1 at the moment without completion of this or this or anything. +1 as it is. Unfortunately, Alexei is the starting player also, so he has the slight advantage. A lot of Roadblock City tiles, and Alexei also not getting the starting tile, but he will be able to do something else probably. He'll be able to probably take this road here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but there are no road ends. Yeah, there are no road ends actually, so it makes it a bit worse. Well, he could potentially block this city of Pakshe, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is the final road triangle, so he could block the city of Pakshe. But then he is actually behind in points at the moment, so can he really afford that? Because if he makes a move like this, and when he is behind, that is kind of a sign that he wants to bank on the starting tile, on a 50-50, because they are now on equal meeples, and Pakshe is ahead in points by 2 points, not any more than that, but 2 points is enough when your opponent doesn't get quick scoring tiles. Pakshe gets the starting tile, so ensures that this doesn't get completed. However, Alexei starts a new one and can possibly complete that, and like he has to be able to complete that. He has at least a vanilla, and this now creates a potential 9-point field for Alexei. If he gets the vanilla, he doesn't get it, but he gets that, and he gets to, I think, yeah, Alexei is definitely gonna lay down on this 6-point field, because he needs to be able to make sure that Pakshe doesn't lay down on that field, and he still keeps the chances of the city being completed. So like -1, +2, +5 for Pakshe at the moment, I think. If Alexei goes for this, he's +2, but is it depending on the city captain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Are there 2 city caps remaining? Oh, there's the dagger, isn't there? There are 2 city caps. If Alexei goes over here now, he's going to be +2 with 2 city caps. But then if Pakshe gets like a dagger, puts it over here, it's over immediately. Alexei will lose on the spot, because he can't complete that city, and he would be already behind in points whilst Pakshe has an extra meeple. So it's really difficult to actually suggest what the right move for Alexei is, but He goes for it, and Pakshe gets the dagger. So the winning move for Pakshe is to actually go over here. Works just as fine, I think. Blocks the city. No starting tiles. No city crossroads. Or are there? Wait, is there city crossroads? No, no city crossroads. No starting tiles. No city crossroads. No daggers. Pakshe goes here. Meeples the road. Wins the game. Yes, and Alexei would have, unfortunately for him, gotten that vanilla, which he was debating on whether he should simply go over here and place a farmer and then have faith on the unblockable spot of that vanilla. But now he was kind of banking on Pakshe getting this vanilla or something else that would not have been able to block this city. This wouldn't have worked. Yeah, so Alexei was banking on Pakshe getting either the straight road or this vanilla, and then if Pakshe gets the vanilla, then Alexei still has the possibility of getting the dagger. And woo, what a ear-twisting game this was. Full of surprises and full of tension like never before. Still, I don't know. I mean, as of right now, of course, this farmer of Alexei looks just absolutely terrible. But was it really at the time? Not necessarily. There were this city, this city, this city, this city. I mean, there was some potential, but perhaps still some extra was when you add that farmer on the field. But oh, what a stellar endgame from Pakshe here from a 14-point deficit. Well, 14 or so, give or take like 1 or 2 points, but a significant deficit with only one extra meeple. He managed to first of all draw these two outs of Alexei, and also was able to draw enough city caps that he was able to constantly to get 4 points, and actually instead of these 4 points, he decided to go for a really great plan here of finishing this city as well, to be able to get potentially more quick points, because had he gotten even the vanilla himself, he would have been able to place it over here and meeple the field, getting more points than Alexei gets from the monastery being received back into his hand. And when Pakshe kind of notified himself that there were a lot of field Doritos remaining, it made this move even better, far better than it first seemed, because there were also so many road plus city tiles remaining, so that he can, in the worst case, continue, and in the best case, just simply finish this city outright and get actual value for the meeple, for the 2-point meeple that he had there for the longest time. So out of a losing mini battle to out of a losing mini battle and from a losing position, I would say, to a 6-point win. Pretty great stuff from the Thai player. Not willing to go down with a clear sweep, but he is gonna give Alexei a run for his title. Not that the title, of course, is sure. I mean, anything can still happen here, and this is only the semi-finals. It's not the grand finals yet. You still have to win a match even after you win this semi-finals. A small break for the players. So let's take a look at the chat and see what is the stuff that we have missed. There's a lot of stuff that I have missed. uh, how about trying to finish the red castle on the left? That is what I mean. That is what Pakshe went like, kind of like half trying, or trying to keep up the the possibility of doing that with the road Dorito and uh, kind of keeping his two city cap spots open. So it was definitely a threat that Alexei was forced to deal with. Pakshe needs to grab points and bank on getting the last starting tile, which is what he did. Well, he didn't fully have to bank on getting the starting tile because he did go for the blocking platform for the blocking platform eventually, but he did play occasionally, some feisty moves with a straight road. Okay, fourth game underway. Pakshe starting player. Alexei might have to go for the city plus field, which is exactly what he did, which is what he tried to do with the vanilla. Hi there, Sergey and Lord. I am glad you were able to catch up. Hopefully, the 1.5 speed was still enjoyable to watch. I'm not sure how I sound with 1.5. I mean, some have said that I am a bit of a slow talker, so maybe that helps. Also, 1.75 works fine for me. Don't want to distort those dulcet tones too much beyond that. Well, looks like people have tried to do a bunch of different stuff there with my voice with the speed ups. Some have worked better than others. Okay, Pakshe finds a monastery and Alexei goes for a bit of an unusual, um, like kind of an Ukrainian strategy, but it doesn't happen with two monasteries. It now happens with a monastery plus a road. So he is forcing Pakshe to place stuff over here, or in case Pakshe gets, or in case Alexei gets like um, a starting tile, or preferably actually uh, a dagger would be the best tile for Alexei that he would be willing to place here. Then he will get his 8-point city and he will not give any extra points or any extra meeples back to Pakshe. I wonder if Alexei is willing to do that with a starting tile. I think he is gonna do that, or maybe not. I'm not sure because yeah, the issue with that is that he would be creating this monastery spot or like an unblockable monastery spot for Pakshe, and he is not willing to do that, which is understandable. Pakshe gets a dagger, so both players kind of exchange tiles that would fit well for them. Alexei gets a second chance at finishing the city, but I don't. I think this is even worse of a tile to do that. So if he wasn't willing to do that with the starting tile, he for sure won't be willing to do that with a butterfly either, because it will still create a monastery spot, this time a road monastery spot, and it will be even worse for the road part because it will actually finish the road of Pakshe and give Maple back to red. And in this scenario, when Alexei is controlling this monastery and the road with a simple 3-point city, it's gonna be working great for Alexei to simply keep that situation there for eternity, really. However, I wonder, maybe Alexei could have gone over here without a meeple on the city and then go here with like a regular monastery, or yeah, and then go here with a regular monastery, or then get himself a road Dorito and finish the city that way. Arguably, that would of course still give the road monastery spot for his opponent, which he didn't want to do here, but he might be able he might be willing to do that in the future if he doesn't have any better things to do with the city caps with the road, which arguably pretty is a pretty not standard thing to have. Okay, Pakshe. I mean, I think this is just simply a solid spot for him to go, because if not, there's gonna be only one road monastery remaining, and then I would feel like Alexei would, in a heartbeat, go over here with a dagger especially, but maybe even with a road Dorito in some instances. And he does go for the second monastery. Alexei starts to block the city of Pakshe to a starting tile. Hmm. Oh, yeah, this is great for Pakshe. Actually, no, do you go over here and attack the city, or do you just simply go over here, finish the city, and get a meeple back from this road? But it expands the field and it gives the all 8 points to yellow, and Pakshe's monastery can still be restricted to another starting tile over here then. Wow, I that's a I think that's a bit of an ugly move from Pakshe. I have to say that I I don't like it, because now you can see that all of these features of Pakshe are restricted to the one final dagger, and not only that, but he will now be forced to continue this field anyways, because with the dagger he will undoubtedly go here now and do the thing that he didn't want to do earlier. And there were, like you can see, there were 4 road triangles that Pakshe still had as outs to go here. Had he just went with the dagger over here, placed his final meeple, and have faith on the rather huge percentages that he's going to get a road to Rizzo at some point at least. Actually, probably wouldn't even take all that long. And he had this spot and this spot to get his other meeples out. So the chances are that he would not have been staying without meeples all that long either. And like this situation is just really, really bad here for Pakshe, and it might just be able to define the rest of the game here. You're usually a tad faster than Alexei, but not fast per se. Okay. I suspect my normal speaking rate is roughly your 1.75. I mean, but your English, it doesn't count. Normal speaking rate for English is like 3.25. Especially for the Scottish. Wait, what the? Have I? Ah, you just live in England. Okay, I see. Natives don't count. I'd listen to my videos on 1.75 or 2.0 as well. Either attack the city or close it. There shouldn't have been a third option. I have to agree here. Yeah, I have to agree with Utsi. I think the option of not doing anything is far worse than than doing either one or like doing this. I mean, this is no, no. This is just playing with like real fire here. Like I guess Pakshe's idea was to like not go here with the dagger, but find a road to Rizzo instead, and then go with that to not finish Alexei City and give a finished city onto the field. But I mean, it has now backfired like pretty badly, and you know it kind of could have been seen a mile away that it's going to backfire because of the sheer amount of tiles that Alexei can use over here to really anything to it. uh, well, actually, really anything meaning really only this actually, but in any case, the threat is still the same, and the threat is really severe actually in this case. And even though it kind of pains to say, Alexei is in a Alexei's position here is just so much better than his opponents, despite the small scoreboard lead of Pakshe. And I mean, +4, +11, +19, 21, 25, 26, 25, 16, 10, 7, 6. I mean, it's +6 for Pakshe, like in in absolute points, but it's I, when you have 3 meeples tied to a spot which will also be net negative when you fill that spot. It's gonna be net negative by 4 points, and now you also get only one extra meeple back instead of two. It's not great. Your opponent has a city feature, a field feature, excuse me, which they can grow, has multiple easily finishable cities here, and now Pakshe doesn't even have the meeple advantage because he was forced to attack this city. So this is really quite troublesome for Pakshe here. And as a result of this attack, not only did his monastery get blocked, but also this meeple got blocked to oblivion. So essentially, Pakshe is now playing this rest of the game with at most 2 meeples if he gets this one back, which isn't given because there are only 2 road triangles remaining. Whereas Alexei, 2 meeples in hand, can still retrieve this meeple very easily, and also has 2 tiles to get this secondary meeple back. 1 vanilla and one divider. So Alexei gonna be able to still play this game out with essentially all of his meeples are, live and well, because this field is scoring points. This city is going to be scoring points in the event of Pakshe finding that 50-50 and finishing 2 of his meeples. This 1 point city is very much live. Alexei will be getting this meeple back as well in case Pakshe finds that road Dorito, and this meeple was live a few seconds ago, but not anymore as the vanilla hits and all vanillas are out of the game, and thus the 1 point city of Alexei is blocked. So it now equalizes with the 1 point city of Pakshe. So a small relief there for the Thai player, but he will have to get also other stuff going. Well, this will work for now, but not for long, as Alexei will immediately block that spot and not allow the retrieval of this city. Also, there is unfortunate casualty or unfortunate damage for Pakshe made with the as a result of the city cap that Pakshe used to create a blocking platform on the city of Alexei, because now, as you can see, this city requires the dagger which goes here and which there is only one remaining. So there is a completely free 4 point city for Alexei to take whenever he gets that dagger, if he gets that. And this is not something that Pakshe will take unless Pakshe gets the dagger as like the very, very last tiles of the game. Okay, Pakshe leaving some uncompleted cities, waiting for city caps, and restricting the city of Alexei to the one final starting tile. So that's a 50-50. And Alexei gets a dagger, but not the dagger with the right-hand side curve, but still gets 6 points, which will be great for him. Pakshe gonna be taking 2 points at the bottom. Maybe here, maybe here. Kind of depends on the scoreboard situation, so or the scoring situation. So if Pakshe needs features that can be taken at the end. Actually, what am I saying? Wait. Why we don't go over here? Why we don't? Wait. It was the best tile to go over here with, no? Because we can still take the 2 points and we get the 6 additional points. It was an 8-point move, and if Pakshe is behind, as I think he pretty much is, he needs the possibility to go over here with a city tile and then try to overrun this city, which would bring him a ton of points. Oh, what a miss from Pakshe. He was listening to the stream. Seemingly it looks that way. I don't think he actually is, but like even if he would, I mean he has 2.5 minutes to really think about his moves. Like, don't just go for the immediate points, because when you are behind, you need to go for the features that will get you like really the best chance of winning. Let's say the point situation. So +1 for Pakshe. These are equal here. -5, -10, -13, 14, -23, 20, 13, 5 equal. Actually, Pakshe is +3, but not after this. Now he's -6. Now he's -6, and now it's back to being the underdog. -6. I mean, this will get him like 2 points. Yeah, that starting tile really hurt Pakshe. But you know, we were actually still neck and neck. But I mean, why not still go for +6 points? Because if you go here with this triple city, we would actually now be still at equal points, and not at -6 situation. Can we go here and get the meeple back immediately? There is an extender. There is a triple city with a field. He goes for it, but unfortunately it gets blocked immediately. I don't ever see Alexei taking points here. I think 100 times out of 100 times I think Alexei goes over here and blocks this monastery. Actually, we still have one tile to go over here, the road triangle, to still get these 6 points. Now, unfortunately, though, finishing the city will now get points for this field. And Pakshe getting a dagger, but not the kind of one to get meeples out with. So I reckon we just go. What do we even do now? Because we are +2, but that's like equal to, I don't know, -billion when your opponent has the meeple and you don't. Pakshe also blocked the monastery the wrong way. On this monastery. Yeah, you just miscounted the dagger asymmetry. Okay, it's fine. So, our winning shot as Pakshe is to get, well, we need to get this road triangle like ASAP, or this. But actually, this dagger, does it help us anymore? Because it gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 points, and it gives Alexei, I mean, it gives Alexei actually, well, it's going to be a -4 point move. And Pakshe not getting that dagger is really not helping. Instead, he limits the field of Alexei so that he can't really go over here and extend this main field to get also these 6 points on the left, which is a decent move actually, and perhaps the best that he could have done in this situation. Pakshe really needs to hit that dagger. He's not hitting that dagger. He is not hitting that dagger. Alexei gets himself a curve, and I think he's gonna. Is he gonna go? I think he could go for even this 6 point field or the 6 point road. Right now, Pakshe still not getting the dagger as the dagger goes to Alexei. And this game is over. This game is over and the match is over. As both players are without meeples, Alexei, I believe, has a +4 advantage. And the remaining tiles will not bring any comfort to the Thai player with the extender and with some other tile as his final tile for Pakshe. A simple curve. The Thai player's dreams of reaching the grand final of the Carcassonne Champions League are over, as the potentially the greatest player of all time, Alexei Pekushev, scores his third game and gets himself to the grand finales of the CCL and is again undefeated. Again undefeated in his match. Regarding match points, not game points, of course. And he is one step closer to getting to scoring possibly triple gold this year. Although we are still far from that, but the MSO gold, the CCL gold, and possibly the World Championship gold, the dream stays alive for Alexei, and he sends his opponent to the Shadow Realm, as his style is 3-1 for the Latvian player, with again a rather impeccable playing, with some accuracies all over the place and inaccuracies not so much, aside from maybe one or two moves which your host slightly disagreed on. But as per usual, we did not see any major mistakes here from the Latvian, and again without any major mistakes is very difficult to lose. +5 to the city, +3 to the field, -4 of Pakshe's features, and you get a meeple for the last turn indeed. So that's talking about the possible dagger that Pakshe needed, and he definitely needed after getting blocked on the road triangle. Still, I would have to say that it's a actually a massive, massive miss from Pakshe of not scoring the extra points for the city on the right, missing out on these 6 points, whilst Alexei actually had better chances to get back into the Meeple lead, because he had this 50-50 chance with the starting tile, and he was going to get the same Meeples back from the city as Pakshe also, and Alexei had the chance of getting the Meeple back from the monastery as well. So taking into account that Pakshe might be battling with Meeple disadvantage for the rest of the game, as he did, really every extra point comes into being extra handy, and well, unfortunately for him, he missed that opportunity, as so did your host. Um, like as their first suggestion, because I was the I was arguably also suggesting this move first, or this one, but that was before I actually looked around the map and saw that there was a far better scoring opportunity. Did you consider closing the city in the last game? They are the starting players, so they get to spend 2 of their meeples and outscore me, especially with the inflexible straight line still in the deck. Yeah. Uh, oh, like you mean like with this at this situation? It's like, why would you ever do that when your opponent can't even score any points? It just doesn't make sense. Like when you don't need to risk, and it's about it's the it's match ball, so to say. Like you never give any possible chances for your opponent to get back into the game, even though you would get back a meeple yourself and it would be a +4 move. You're already in the lead. You don't need to take any chances. You just simply score a point and you smile to the world as you send your opponent into oblivion, and you destroy their hopes and dreams, and you be very, very proud of yourself. It's an interesting situation if they get the dagger, depending on the timing. Yeah, I would say so, but it's a 50-50 situation where into which Pakshe put himself into, something that neither me or most of the chat agreed with, or if there was someone who agreed with it, then at least they didn't speak aloud. So I think that is completely on Pakshe for not being able to make the best out of it, as at least the way that I see it. I still think the best way to do that would have been to simply use your final meeple on the like to the left of your monastery, attack the city, and trust that you get one of the 4 remaining road Doritos like really fast, whilst still having a few other cities that you can get a meeple out of, and like it's still like such a great chances to you know to actually do all of that and have a pretty good stance on the game. I felt like their main mistake was the first splitter move way back. Um, with where's the splitter? This one, yeah. Huh. As in like wait, major mistake you say, huh? Oh, I'm not sure if this is a if it's a like a major mistake. I mean, it's simply like adding 1 point to your monastery, starting a new city whilst directing the other city cap so that you get the extra point for your monastery. I mean, I don't see that being a major mistake. I mean, sure, you like kind of are asking for this situation of limiting the restriction or savior square if you want to call it that whenever the city gets taken, but you know there are like clear upsides to it. I'm curious to know if you think this was a major mistake, then what do you think would have been the best move in that scenario? Like something that could have been maybe argued is that you could go on to the left of your monastery and start a new city to the left and then place the second city cap pointing upwards, then try to get a Dorito or attack with an extra meeple from the top and just simply get a triple city with a road square since there are still all three remaining and tie the city. And in that way you wouldn't ever leave like additional city caps lying around. It would like if that city gets blocked, it's gonna be a simple 2 against 1 meeples blocked, but it would be a a mini battle of likely 10 points to 10 points to 3, which is not that bad. So maybe, yeah, I think that's might have been what I would have gone myself. Is it better for Pakshe to not meeple that final road monastery? Um, I mean, if had we really counted all the tiles, then maybe we could have maybe see that coming that the amount of restriction the amount of blocking tiles for Alexei was like far greater than Pakshe had to actually get meeples out. I think he only had the extender and the triple city, whereas Alexei had like a quad billion zillion curvy tiles and crossroads. So it's playing with a lot of fire. It's like, yeah, it's pretty much playing with a flamethrower at that point. But you were -6, and this is the biggest scoring feature, and you still had, you know, the one possibility of getting a meeple back from the road Dorito, although it was like easily blockable. But when you think that we were -6, right? If we want to rely on the road Dorito, it's gonna be 6, or well, 3 points actually. Um, no, 6 because we can take 2 points with the road monastery, despite. Yeah, we can take 2 points and not actually include that uh, shared ruin slash city to Alex's field. Then we are 4 after taking 2 points. Then we get the road Dorito, and then we are suddenly again, back on the plus side. We can do stuff. So mm, maybe I'm not sure if I would have gone for the really courageous move with the road monastery, or just for the 2 points. Made sense for Pakshe to try and risk hard with the road monastery. That was good because there were several tiles in the deck with which I can't block. Was there really? I wouldn't bank on there being all that many tiles. I mean, well, there were some straight roads, which would limit the monastery to 50-50. So I guess that makes sense. The problem with the splitter, the way you replaced it, is that it's an awkward monastery build up. There are scenarios where yellow gets a dagger early and the red gets trapped with 2 meeples versus 0 for non-blocking tiles. Okay. Yeah, 4 non-blocking tiles. So, I mean, the extender, the triple city, and the 2 straight roads, I guess. But then the extender and the triple city, both take away a lot of our equity from that move. Actually, all 4 of those take a lot of equity out. Though I'm not sure if Alexei would. Actually, I think Alexei would not bother with a straight road to limit to 50-50 with the amount of Kirby tiles remaining. Yeah, well, maybe 4 tiles is enough in that spot. With some um, potential elsewhere too. So the dagger in some way and also the road Dorito. Yeah, I did indeed mention the possibility of the dagger in like almost immediately um, after the city was claimed next to Pakshe's monastery. Like that was essentially the only tile that I think Alexei would place on his city. As we actually saw, the starting tile was not good enough for Alexei because it created, or it would have created this monastery platform, and then also the barbed wire uh, slash city crossroad slash umbrella slash butterfly slash rose. Also not good enough, arguably much worse. And then I also don't see Alexei placing a road Dorito there because it doesn't actually do much. Okay, so standard magnificent stuff from the Latvian player and takes away yet another dream of another opponent. And we'll be moving to the grand finals, and he will be facing against either the defending champion Vladimir Kovalev, who actually made a complete 3-0 sweep last year on Alexei. I believe it was in the semifinals. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was in the semifinals, and Vladimir obviously looking eagerly to be able to do that again, but he will have to get through Utsematse first, which is not at all given, as Ute is a incredibly strong player who doesn't cut much slack on anyone, as we have already seen Ute getting to the semifinals from, let's actually see which spot. I don't think he won his group, but no, he might have actually won his group with 4 wins or so. Let's check our facts. Um, he did win his group with 4 wins, 1 loss indeed. So he has only lost 1 match, or he only dropped 1 match this season, which is pretty stellar job. 2-0 Terry Claw, and then a 3-1 against Ilya Slonimsky, as we saw a couple days ago. And now, probably the hardest match for him thus far. Gonna have to somehow find a way a through a brick wall called Vladimir Kovalev. So that'll take place tomorrow at uh, at 1500 UTC. For those of you who will be available to watch, I strongly recommend that. And I will be streaming that. Let's say I can't really say as per usual, because we will only be back for the few weeks, but I'm gonna say it anyway. We are gonna be streaming that as per usual, and then of course we will be streaming the grand finals as well. Doesn't really matter, I think, at what time and what day they will be. We will be there covering the entire match. Thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. This will be it for today. I hope I'll be seeing you again tomorrow watching the second semi-final. And I'll be seeing you with some more Carcassonne content very, very soon. Bye for now.